Hey y'all, welcome to the Four Friends, where faith gets real and we
get loud. I'm Lillie. Wait. We might have to do that because I just started laughing really hard.
This makes it better. Okay. I'm Bekah.
I'm Allison. I'm Emma.
I'm Lillie. We have missed you guys. We've been gone for a week. We really hope you enjoyed our special guest intro.
Yes.
From
that
Noah.
was Noah.
I was not expecting the worm Armstrong.
It was really good. I started laughing. I was like,
crying.
Yeah.
Thanks, Noah.
Well, how was everybody's week?
Mine was long.
Really?
Yeah. Tuesday, I thought it was Thursday. So
Me too. I said that to Allison.
so long
I was like, it's Thursday. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. But it's okay. It was a good week.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, it's really been like 2 weeks, guys. So
How was the last 2 weeks?
Let's update everyone where we've been if y'all don't check out the socials.
Which you should.
Because that's where it all happens.
that's where it's at.
So last week was someone's birthday.
It was mine.
Old.
Oh.
You're like,
That's okay. I'll take
Just
it.
call us old.
Hey, hold on.
almost a quarter of a century.
But I'm not there yet. 24.
24.
That's not old.
Not
I'm
old.
fine. I still got a lot of
Spring
life
chickens,
to live.
really.
Yeah. I love that, honestly.
Spring chickens.
We're spring
Bekah!
chickens. Yeah, exactly. That's why her name is
Exactly.
Bekah
That's
in my
why
phone.
that's my name.
Yeah.
So we were celebrating Allison's birthday. Allison, where did we take you?
They surprised me and took me to the Rangers game, and oh my gosh, it was awesome. Like, absolutely amazing. Like, fantastic. Biggest surprise, it was opening weekend, so it made it even better. And we won. It was because we were there. That's why we won.
It's really because of Hyman Burger, but
Yeah, pop off, bro.
Could I get
Heim hit 2 homers. 2 homers, and you know
Burger
why?
hate.
But
Hate.
double.
You got a double,
Do
and
you
the
want
sent them
double
to a score.
cheeseburger?
Do you want a double cheeseburger?
with Heim sauce.
What's about Hyman for a double cheeseburger?
I mean, you know,
What we went
Yep.
with.
we loved it. It was really, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
y'all
so
made,
that's
y'all
kinda-
made my birthday, guys.
That's kind of a thing we do. Is this just started this year with birthdays? So like
Yes.
in November. We took Emma and Lillie on their birthday extravaganza surprise trip. We took them to Meow Wolf.
Meow.
Literally, we were on our way, and I'm like, guys, where are we going? Oh, Great Wolf Lodge. Oh, we're going to. Where else did
They
I?
legit had no
Oh,
idea.
I think, where did we pass? We passed like Six Flags or something.
I don't even know.
We just kept
we
naming.
just kept
at one
everything.
point I said, "Oh, surprise! We're headed to the airport to go to Vegas."
Oh yeah, that was funny.
that was really good.
We're still saving up for that one.
Yep, it's gonna be a while, but that's okay. It's all good. But yeah, that's something we do. But yeah,
Yeah, so we did that.
But other than that, yeah. I mean,
Instead of the podcast.
yeah,
That was sorry.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
But it's good. It's good to take breaks
But
from
yes,
things. And
Yes. And no, it was fun. Other than that, though, I mean, it's just been a chill week. Bit kind of busy with the phone stuff at work, but no, it's good. Good.
Yeah, I mean, my week was honestly the same. It was chill, good. I actually had a lot of rest. I finally got the rest that I
like
needed.
what? 3 weeks later.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, God's timing, am I right?
Yeah.
Because I needed that rest and I think I got it, and like I really felt like a peace kind of over everything, and I was like, ooh, like much needed, and I really enjoyed it. So I just got to chill, do some fun things, really been getting in the word more and learning a lot of new stuff. So that's exciting. That was my week.
Nice. My week was honestly a blur. Like, Monday was busy. I was at school all day. I was shadowing a teacher for the class I'm going to be taking over long term till the end of the year. So that was nice, interesting. But
Hold on.
sorry.
Did you get that?
rewind.
Oh yeah.
Job?
Yeah, I don't know. I had an interview on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to be long-term subbing till the end of the year.
Okay, so you did get it.
Yes, I did get the long-term
Lillie.
sub. And then I had an interview like to be the actual, like to get hired as a teacher.
okay.
That I won't know about for a couple
Manifestation.
weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you
Yes,
got the
sorry.
long term
Yes,
something.
I got
didn't
it.
tell us.
Yes,
You don't
sorry.
tell us
That
things.
one.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
I-
awesome.
yeah, again, my week's been a blur. I'm like, I really don't know who I've told what. I'm just going through
Back to
life
that.
right
Well,
now.
how many parents do you have?
60. How many kids do I have? Wait, plus. That's going to have to be edited out. Friends. Oh, no, my mom. Literally my mom. I thought you said...
Okay.
I thought you meant like how many kids in class. I was like, I thought you said how many kids. And I was like,
how many friends do you have?
we knew what you meant, but it was just because she said friends.
Earlier this week, she also said that. She said,
No,
it's been a blur. I don't know who I've told. And I'm like,
Who are you talking to?
No, it's like just because
Y'all don't talk to more people?
I have to keep going up to the school for things, and then like one of the teachers that I'm friends with there, and then she was in my interview, so she's been asking me 27 questions a week, and then like Michaela at church, I keep giving Michaela the updates, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't
told
tell me
Michaela
that."
before us?
I'm sorry. To be fair, y'all weren't there on Sunday.
That's okay.
I was.
But you didn't know on Sunday.
What is this, guy?
I did know. Wait.
No.
Yeah, no, I did know on Sunday. I did know.
We have been talking. We talk every day.
we work together on Sunday.
We text and Snapchat every day.
I don't know, bro. I don't even know. Like,
We're the forgotten ones.
I think it was like.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry. This is so bad. It might have even been before the Rangers game. I think she told me on like a Thursday where she was like, "So we want to give it to you."
We all hung out. What do you mean?
we spent a whole night together. A whole night together. No. Not a whole night. Just a whole like evening. You know what I mean? Well, actually, no. Because we didn't get home till like 12.
Now I don't want to go look for the text on where she was like, "Yeah, we want to give it to you," because I really don't want to know when the exact date
It's
is.
like I've actually known since the beginning of the school year.
Actually, the day that teacher left, I knew I had the job. I was like, it's me.
Well, okay, I think like why I'm so confused in my head is because I was supposed to start Monday, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you shadow," because they told me like she's gonna be gone starting the 1st, and I'm in her class, and she's like, "No, my last day's Thursday. Are they letting me go early?" And I'm like, "No, they're not kicking you out." So I don't start till this Monday.
Okay.
So like full time like in the class,
Right,
but
right.
Nice.
which is good because now I've had time to do lesson plans and like tell me why it took an hour to make a 15 question Kahoot over things that I already know. Like there's so much that goes into it, and then I'm like, I could like teachers pay teachers, but I'm not paying $3 for every assignment, so now I have to do it. And
Yeah.
they're
Gotta
like,
get creative.
yeah. And today they were like, "So did she leave any lesson plans?"
No, I made them all.
Not at all. I did. Yep, pretty much.
Well, good job for making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Monday down. The rest of the year we don't know.
That's okay.
That's good. That's a
okay.
start.
That's a start.
But
Yep.
I mean, thankfully, it's the floral class, so like order flowers and do some stuff hands on. Like,
So
I don't have to make worksheets.
What's
for
like
every
your
single day.
schedule throughout the day?
I only teach 4 classes, but it's like the first 2 are floral 1, so they have a 45-minute class period, and it's like most of theirs is not very hands on. It's like learning names of flowers and how to condition them and like work with them and stuff. Like theirs is a lot of book work, and then there's the advanced and floral 3 class, and they are double blocked for 2 hours, so that's hard to keep kids busy for 2 hours, especially the seniors that it's April of their senior year and they've checked out. They checked out in December. They're not going to check in for me, so that's going to be real interesting. Yeah, I honestly never thought I'd have harder problems with the seniors than the freshmen, but the freshmen are at least still scared of high school.
Right.
So yeah.
True.
But,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
so
that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
yes, that's-
Congratulations.
Thank you. Praise, but also prayer request.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so we'll
For
see how
sure.
that goes. But
You'll do
yeah,
good.
that's been busy doing that and was working on that today. I went back up to the school and HR things where they're like, we need to get you a badge and a key and an email because you can't log into the computer. Well, it's an in-service day, but none of the IT people came to work today, so you'll have to come back at 7:30 Monday morning.
That's exciting.
So, yeah.
Be up early. That's fine.
Yep. So we'll see.
Love that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Wow. I'm just really, we didn't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Emma is still on it.
So
okay.
my thing is Emma got rest, but I think God yesterday told her
Oh.
maybe she needs to rest her mouth.
So I'm going to be stronger than that? You know what? Maybe you're right, Bekah. Maybe you're right. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I actually got that from my little sister who
Oh,
roasted
yeah.
Emma.
But you know what's really funny that she said that on Instagram, but last time when we FaceTime, for me to explain, she lashed like, you talk so much. I said, Skylar, you talk just as much as me.
She
I said,
10
if
times
not more.
Honestly,
And she was
though-
like, well, and I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, well, honestly,
She wasn't
talk a
praying
lot.
for rest, though.
Yeah, no. And then she laughed. I was like, yeah, don't come at me like that.
no, the best comment was Ava's.
Oh, yes.
Ava had the best
Yeah,
comment.
she said, you went from certified yapper turned into certified silencer. And I was like, wait, I kind of ate.
laughing so hard.
I was like, okay, Ava, like that was really funny. I was like, okay, so let me explain what happened. I had a little injury. And this is embarrassing. Anyways, so we're driving home from work. I'm driving. Allison's in the passenger seat, and we're having a conversation. Stop! I talk with my hands. Vroom vroom. Vroom
me, Mom's
vroom. I
car.
need my car.
Thank you.
Get out me car. Okay, anyways, so I'm driving home, and Allison and I have this conversation. We just got Apple Arcade, and I was like looking at games that we could play or whatever, that I could play, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they have the Game of Life, and I say game, and I'm a very expressive person, use my mouth, like really open it big, and I say game, and when I did so, the right side of my jaw popped out of place, and I've had TMJ like here and there, like I've noticed it a lot more with like braces and stuff, and it completely popped out of place, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what just happened? Like I wanted to cry. It hurt so bad. I'm driving, mind you, and I'm like, Allison, like feel my jaw, like something's wrong with it. We're at a red light. I said, feel me, and I look over and I had her feel me. You could feel it. So like this side's going normal, this side's going like it's opening down, and then it pokes out. And you can feel it even
It
still.
felt like it was like look, it legit felt like it was loose. Like
Yeah,
I could
it still
feel
feels like
I
that.
could feel it clicking. It was awesome.
Y'all can
Like,
feel
you
it
could-
if y'all
it's right
want.
here, and it's just like you can feel it clicking, and it felt
Okay.
loose. It was
There's
awesome.
a reason I didn't finish pursuing nursing school.
No, it was so cool.
No, but it's like, so it really hurt, and it started getting a fever, and like as soon as like it happened, like not even 10 minutes later, I told her, I said it feels really hot, and it got numb, like I couldn't feel it even inside my cheek. I was like what do I do? So she felt just like, no, you have a fever in it. So we called my mom. She's in Cancun,
Living her life.
living it up. No, but so she was just like, just like take ibuprofen, ice it, put some heat on it later, and then I had to go to the chiropractor. And I was really scared because I was like, what do I do? Because it's never happened that bad. Like I legitimately had lost feeling in my right side of my mouth. Anytime I opened, I was talking like this. I was like, so pretty much like I couldn't move my jaw and I wanted to cry. It was really funny. And I wasn't supposed to laugh because it hurt worse. But I woke up this morning and I think I sleep on my side and I put my hand, like I sleep with my hand here. I think I pushed it back in. But it's still out of place because it's still popping. But I pushed it back in like enough where it doesn't have as much pain. But I still have to ice it and take medicine. And I had to go to the chiropractor Monday for him to use the machine and pop it back, like completely pop it back in place. So yeah.
That's
Yeah. So now I need my mom told me I need to like kind of rest my mouth. Like she's like, I know it's hard. I know it's hard because you talk so much about, but you know.
Mom, you know me so well.
You know me so well. Yeah, I can totally rest my mouth. Not singing was really hard in the car today, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Because I love to sing, and I'm like, no, because I can feel it, like literally, like pulling and popping, and it's like making my ear pop 10 times more, and it hurts so bad, and I'm like, ow. But I'm just trying to conquer and move on
You got this.
until Monday at least, because I just need to get him to push it back into place. So pray for me.
Of course.
will.
I am really interested to find out about our March Madness brackets.
Yes, update.
Are y'all? Okay. So we are officially now in the final four.
I think I'm finally winning.
I think you are. I'm not.
I have no idea.
Games are tomorrow, and then the championship game is on Monday.
Which is exciting,
Monday night.
actually.
Pretty exciting. So Emma's bracket
Oh,
is
wait,
complete.
hold on. We did decide as a group that the loser has to do a punishment.
We never
And,
finalized.
well,
we
we haven't,
finalized.
well,
We
hold
never
on,
finalized
we
that.
haven't, yeah, so I was gonna say, yeah, we haven't like finalized a decision on what we want to do. We are going to post on Instagram. We need y'all to comment and let us know what the idea is going to be, because the game will be Monday. Podcast will be up sometime during the week. So just comment when we'll make the post. Give us some ideas of the
Actually,
punishment for the loser so that we can
It'll probably
do it.
be up before we post this podcast.
Yes.
Unless I post it like tomorrow.
Yeah. No,
that's fine.
yeah. So no, yeah. Everything will be up though, but just comment. Let us know what the punishment should be for the
Just
loser.
letting you know, if you follow our Instagram, you will get to be a part of
what we
Yes.
do here.
Yeah,
literally
everything.
questions, random things like this, like
Yeah.
deciding our
So
punishment.
seriously, yeah, we need a really good punishment, guys. Because for the loser, she wants a good punishment.
And it's really hard for us to get embarrassed. So
Yeah, really hard for me to get embarrassed. So
well, yeah.
up the antes.
All right. Well,
Sorry. Anyways,
Emma's bracket is officially complete.
No way.
She cannot miss anymore.
I lost.
Emma has 17 losses. As of right now, she is in last place.
The worst I've ever done on a bracket. Like actually.
She had Michigan State and Kentucky going, and Michigan State winning.
What were you thinking?
That's all you need to know from that.
I was thinking I was gonna go with my team of choice. Like what?
Bekah is in
Yeesh.
third place.
That's horrible.
As of right now, she has 16 losses.
Unfortunate.
Only one off for me. I feel better.
You can still miss 2 games
Yeah.
because of Florida. If
And
Florida
then
loses
you
to
would
Auburn.
lose.
And then I would lose.
Yeah, that's how math works. Lillie and I are actually tied for first. I can still miss 1. Lillie can miss
Wow.
3, 4, 3
Lillie,
games.
Your bracket's good.
She has the final 4.
You have the final 4 completely correct. That's awesome. Wait, that's
Yeah.
That's like really good.
She had Auburn, Duke, Houston, and Florida.
Wow. I'm so proud. That's so good. Like, sorry, that's so good. Wow.
I actually don't like because it's all number 1s.
Who did I have?
It is all number 1s.
That's pretty much
It's
what
really
I did
sad.
too. I just looked at the ranks.
There was like no.
I mean, it's smart,
there was
though.
no
It's
real
smart.
Cinderella team. It was
Nothing crazy this
there
year. Not many upsets.
I mean, there was some madness, but it wasn't like
It was just March.
It was.
it wasn't like it has been in the past. But Emma's right. It was just March. It was just March.
Just March.
Your biggest madness
March.
was the first overtime game, which was Tech's game. Oh, we won that one, but then we lost
To Florida.
to Florida. That was a rough game. I was so sad.
So were you sitting in your spot on the couch?
I was.
No one else was here?
That was the reason why, if we really want to get down and dirty with it,
Oh, yeah, who was
Saturday. Who was here? Pretty much everybody. Braylon was here, sitting on the corner of the
Oh, that is
couch.
true.
I was in my spot. Dad was in his spot. Mom, Emma, and Michaela were in Mom's bedroom for a while.
I
then
thought
they
they
came out
lost
here
on
for a little
Sunday.
bit. No, it was Saturday.
It's in my mind.
Yep. And then
okay.
Noah was out here for a little bit, and Elena was here too. So they were out here. So everybody was over here, and you wonder why we lost.
So I never want to hear Allison yell at us
And you
about
wonder
saying
why
we're
we
going to come
lost.
over. Because she didn't yell at them.
Actually, she did.
Oh, she did.
No, she did.
Thank you for defending me. I yelled.
At the end, she was, y'all can't be here because we have the game. And Brandon's like, well, I'm going to come over early so I can be here on time to watch the game with.
Yeah, and I was like, Braylon, you haven't watched the game yet. And his comment was, well, I watched one at the station, one at home, another one at the station. I was like, okay, but none of those places have been here.
So
So
what are
why
you
didn't he
gonna
go to
do
the
if-
station or go home?
What are you going to do if 1 year, for whatever reason, like I'm at your house or Lily's at your
Yeah,
house?
y'all are going to be at the
I guess
game.
she's going to make y'all come every time.
Y'all
But what if
are-
I can't?
Well, that sucks for you because you're going to be here.
Nah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Not those late night games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't catch
you
me
can
here.
sleep on my couch. You can sleep in bed
Can't
with me. I
catch
don't
me-
care.
Can't catch me here. I'm going home to my bed. Actually, I'm staying home at my bed.
Nope.
Stay home. Yeah, you said I'm going
If
home.
it's a March Madness game, absolutely
I'm
not.
saying.
You have to stay here.
No.
Nope. Yep. Yep.
No, you don't. No, you really
you,
don't.
Emma.
You really don't have to be here at all, actually.
Emma's like, it actually has nothing to do with who's here.
It's actually nothing to do with that. It's about the players and how they play and on that day. So don't be here.
Spitting facts.
I will say,
I
was
love you.
happy.
This is-
Macmillan, Chance.
Aw,
McMillan.
that was
We love
sweet.
you.
She
Just
loves
because
I
you.
love y'all too.
Yeah.
That's
I was
so
giving
sweet.
you a hard time about this. This is all out of love.
Thanks. That's so sweet. No, Chance McMillan got to play in his last game.
Yeah.
I know you don't know who that is, but it's okay. It was a really good thing, guys. He got to play for a little bit. I was really happy because we don't have him anymore. He's a senior. He graduated, so yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Good job.
Thanks, babe.
She just talks about him a lot. I don't know who he is. I just know she talks about him all the time.
All I'm thinking of are the players' names from Running Point on Netflix right now.
It's a good show.
How's it
That's
going?
funny. It's so funny.
So funny. Anyways.
Okay.
Other than Allison, have y'all actually watched any of the games?
No.
I have not. It's gonna be so funny
Yes,
if
Emma.
I
Basketball's
win
not
and
fun
I
to-
never watched.
Basketball's not fun to me on TV. If I'm gonna watch basketball, I have to be there.
I did watch a Michigan State game though because that's my team.
Emma actually got upset like how I do in games.
Oh,
she was sitting in the
when they
standing
lost,
in the kitchen
I
over
was
there when
really
they were
mad.
losing, and she lost her mind.
Because it was overtime.
I've never gotten to see Allison mad over a game, and I feel like I wish I could have been around her during the World Series because we were both in like crazy mode during that.
The World Series does get me because I love.
Are you ready for
watching
another World
that.
Series?
Yes,
I am actually.
And okay, I need them to pull through. I mean, like I'd be fine with the Cubs too, but they're not going to.
Okay.
So they are not going to pull through. But I need the Rangers. They had a good off season. What are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
Why
I am
are we
so
turning
sorry.
into a sports
ESPN.
Welcome to ESPN.
We're
Since
effing.
you mentioned the Cubs though, but the Yankees, they are going to have a good season too.
Okay,
They're homers. I know. I know.
We'll do our own sports
I know.
podcast.
Sports. That's actually like fire though. Just starting as
Girls talking
sports.
about sports.
Listen, me and Allison are the girls to do it. Why? Because I barely know anything.
Right.
I know surface level of sports.
Okay, yeah.
Allison knows to the core about sports and stats. I don't. This would be amazing.
Right. It would be really funny. Like, it'd be really
one more
funny.
moment, just a quick
Okay,
moment.
one more
One more moment. Because we talk about the other thing. The Stars are going to the playoffs again. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
I do want to go
but
see the Stars. I've still never seen a hockey game.
The Stars
I need
won,
to go.
so we're going to the playoffs again. So let's go.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay,
I
sorry,
watched
that's
the
my
Stars in playoffs.
last little sports thing. So y'all know, since we were talking about the Rangers too, Stars are going to the playoffs again. Let's go Stars.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I've never seen a hockey game. I do want to see the Stars.
I love going to Island Americans.
Okay.
I'd like to go. I feel like there's more fights with them, and that's why I'd like to go
Because
and
they're
see
not
them.
the pros.
Exactly.
Right. I would love to just see fight.
Oh, it's so fight.
So I might have to
I
get
just
me a
love
ticket.
hockey. I love hockey.
I like the way you see.
I'm down for it.
Like, I'm gonna go see one now. Like, can we make it happen? Can we quit talking about it? Let's just go. Hop in the car. We're leaving. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I kind of wanted to share what I've been learning and kind of diving into in like the word and growing my like spiritually. And I'm doing sorry, I'm saying a lot. Oh my God. I'm doing a like little Bible study kind of. I'm doing Proverbs a day. And but I'm doing it with the people I watch on YouTube. But the Shenakis.
I was like, who do you watch?
Yeah,
on YouTube?
the Shenakis, they're actually called Jaywalkers Worship, which sings, like they worship everything. They do it all the time now, which is really cool because I followed them before they were even the Jaywalkers. Like when they were just, all they did was just do YouTube, and they made all these vlogs and stuff like that. But like they're strong Christians, and they live in Florida, and they've always posted about their faith. And I'm like, that's awesome because I don't see anybody like doing that. And at my age, I think I was like, because that was during COVID when they really started filming. So I was kind of younger, and I was like, this is really cool, like, just to see. And I'm like, they're literally a state over. I'm like, okay, wow, like, you know, well, I know, not literally. It's like,
The panic on my face.
No.
When you said that,
No, I know.
Lily's.
I was like,
I made a face. I was turning.
I know, not like
We are
literally one state, but I'm saying like
Texas.
yes, I know.
Okay.
I clarified quickly, like, not literally.
I know, but it
like
scared
a
us.
state
You
over.
had us in
like,
the first half.
It's how I use literally as like
lot.
everything, but no, they're not.
It's a literally okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so they're a couple of states over. There we go. Close enough. Basically, but I was like, oh, that's really cool. But like now I've seen them like grow. Even like you can just see them growing like online, like their Christianity stuff. And now they got into the worship, and they're on my radio, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool because I followed them like when they were just on YouTube. Like they didn't even sing at the time. Like he was just a country singer, and I'm like, now he's singing all this stuff. So one of the sisters, she's my age. And she started posting, she's doing Proverbs a day for this month because, 31 and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. And she is like just diving deep into it. Like literally she's like reading a couple verses and just breaking that down like with her friends and the family, like the whole group. And I'm like, this is really cool. So I've been taking notes and like just everything's standing out to me. I'm like, I want to share this though because I'm like, I'm learning so much. But the first thing I want to share is actually what my friend Ava told me. Like we were just sitting in the car and we were driving back home after hanging out. And we were just having like a really deep, strong like conversation. I'm like, wow, this is like God. And I'm going to word it differently because, of course, I can never word anything exactly how it's said. But I did write it down when she said, I was like, I'm going to try to remember what you said. I'm going to write it down. But she said something along the lines of, I don't want to feel his presence because I've sinned and I'm guilty and I go to him to feel his presence. I want to feel his presence because I'm a child of God. And I want to feel like whenever, just anytime. And I was like, whoa, like, She said it a lot better, obviously.
No, but, like,
I was like,
you're getting the point
whoa,
across.
like that just like really sat with me. I'm like, oh, I told her, I was like, we were in the car. I'm like, she's driving. I'm like, Ava, that is so good. Like, I'm like, whoa, that was like, I was just like, that's really good. So it kind of stuck with me. And that like was 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And it's just been on my heart like week to week. And I'm like, cause that's so real, because I'm like, here I am, I'm like down in my valley and I'm having like the worst like time getting in the word. And like, this is like me right now. Like, I'm like, let me just become humble and just share where I'm at. And just like, God, I want to humble myself to you and just be like, I'm struggling till I'm opening. Like, I'm right now, I don't even do this often, but I'm like, let me just open up. Like, I'm struggling. I haven't been getting in the word. I haven't been praying. I haven't been conversating with anybody, with him especially. It's been a real struggle for me lately. And when she said that, I'm like, you're so right though, because I only go to him when I'm feeling guilty, when I'm like, oh, you know, she got in the word, I should be doing that. She prayed, I should do that. Or, you know, I see a post and I'm like, oh wow, they're posting about Jesus. I love that. Like, I should get more, like, how can I fix myself? How can I better myself? And then I go to him because I'm guilty and I'm praying and I'm like, Lord, like, fix me. Like, I'm asking for your help. I want your help. But then me taking it but not using it. Yeah. And I'm like, I literally go to him because I'm like, oh, I'm guilty, or I've sinned, or I gossiped, or I disobeyed. I'm like, let me go to him and ask for prayer. Let me go feel his presence because I feel like I need to, or I want to. And I'm like, whoa. Like, so when she said that, I was like taking a step back. I was like, wait, you're so right. Because I'm like, no, I want to feel his presence every day. I just want to feel his presence because I am a child of God. I have a relationship with him. Let me just, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm driving. Oh, you know what? Lord, I feel your presence. Let me just talk to you and pray with you real quickly. So I'm just like, I really want to work on that. I was like, so just when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it just really hit me hard. And I was like, wow, because I'm like, that's where I'm at right now in my life, is where I'm struggling. I'm like in a valley. And I'm like, how do I get out of this? And then she said that, I'm like, I just need to feel his presence all the time. So then that hit me, and I was kind of like, you know, I go to him and I pray for fixing, and I'm asking for wisdom, and I'm asking for this, but I'm not taking anything. And then I'm going through Proverbs now, and it started on April 1st. And Proverbs, how it starts off, is talking about wisdom, and the fools who ask for wisdom and don't take the wisdom, they're fools. And I'm like, whoa, like, I'm like getting kind of shaky, but I'm like, I'm that fool. Like, I'm literally that fool. But to receive the wisdom and learn from that, you have to have the fear of the Lord. So in the video, I just want to say how she said it. Like, this is like so clear as day. When she explained it this way, I was like, I completely understand that and see it that way. So I'll go to the verse, and then I'll read like what she was saying, because I was like, it just really, it's like crazy how like things like seem like they're not gonna connect at all until like I start talking. I'm like, wait, okay, maybe that does kind of connect. Like, maybe I'm not crazy. So Proverbs. Let me see where it starts. So I'll just go, I'll start just from verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for learning wisdom and discipline, for understanding insightful sayings, for receiving prudent instruction in righteousness, justice, and integrity, for teaching shrewdness to the inexperienced, knowledge and discretion, right? Discretion, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. To a young man, let a wise person listen and increase learning, and let a discerning person obtain guidance. For understanding a proverb or a parable, the words of the wise and their riddles. And then verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. So I was like, I always hear the fear of the Lord. Like, what does the fear of the Lord mean? And a lot of times when people say the fear of the Lord, it's like, oh, like, I don't want that. Like, that's scary. Like, the fear, what does that mean? So she explained it like, okay, think about it as you're driving on the highway. You are speeding down the highway. We live in Texas. We all speed. Like, you're speeding down the highway and you see a cop. What do you do automatically when you see a cop?
Hit that brake, sucker.
Yes, okay, right? You hit that brake. You're like, oh my gosh, like.
Even when I'm not speeding.
Right. No, literally, even when you're not speeding. You hit the brake. Why? Because you're scared. Why are you scared though? Because you know that the cop has higher authority than you. Yeah. You know that he's gonna pull you over and be like, hey, I'm higher than you somehow because I'm a cop. Like, I can write you a ticket. Like, you know that he has a higher authority, so you're scared. And then, if you're speeding, you know that you're disobeying the law. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, so like the laws, which are the commands, you're going to get disciplined. You're going to get a ticket. You're going to have to pay for that ticket. Yeah. So, but the laws are there to protect you from getting hurt or from crashing the car. I mean, it's just protecting you so that way you can live longer. I mean, even if you're not speaking English, you can still get it right. But like for this, so she's saying like, you know, the fear isn't like that you should be scared of God. It's that God is holding, he holds a higher authority because he's the king like of everything. Yeah. And that he's doing this to better us, to grow us, to keep us safe. And that way we will obey his commands, the laws of the Lord. So the fear of the Lord is really just having a respect for a higher authority.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just knowing and just understanding what he knows is best for us and taking that everywhere we go. So I was like, when she said that, I was like, wait, like, okay. Because I'm like, I'm disobeying the laws. I'm going to have a punishment, obviously. And it kind of goes back to, well, sinning equals to death. I mean, sin is the wages of death. Yep. I mean, is it backwards? No. Wages of sin is death.
I know what you mean. Yeah. We knew what you meant.
So it's like, so it just takes it back. It's like whether or not, you know, that just ends to death. But it's like if I humble myself to the Lord, I follow the commands of the Lord because he's a higher authority to me, and I learn from that, then I will just continue to grow spiritually. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, oh, wow, that's good. And then I wanted to go to, let me look for it real quickly, sorry. Proverbs chapter 2, when it starts breaking down what wisdom is and how beautiful it is. Like, it's not something ugly that you don't want, you want it. So they explain wisdom as, it's like silver. Verse 1-4. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, listening closely to wisdom and directing your heart to understanding. Furthermore, if you call out to insight and lift your voice to understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it like a hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. And I was like, kind of, why does it make it silver? Because us as human beings in this world, what do you want most? Money, power. You want something shiny. So I'm like, you're searching for that. You want that so much. And then what do? You show it off. Yeah. You're like, oh, look what I found. I found this diamond. Like, I found this huge rock. Like, you show it off. So if we were to look at wisdom like that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I want this wisdom. I'm seeking this wisdom. Now look what I learned. Then let me tell you about it.
That's good.
Let me share this wisdom with you. How do I move on with this? And it's like, so just understanding, like just comparing it like that is just beautiful. And I was like, that's how everyone should seek wisdom, so that way we're not a fool. Yeah. And that way we're shining in Christ, and then we'll understand and discover the true knowledge of Christ. So I was like, once again, I'm like, okay, we're just continuing to go with wisdom here, wisdom. And for me right now, for me to get out of this valley, I think I need to retain the wisdom that I'm learning. Like, sorry, Lily, I just touched you. Like, so just really doing that. And then, because I think right now what I'm needing is a lot of discernment. And what do you need to have discernment? Wisdom. Like, I've always had a good discernment, like, on people, and like, you know, you can tell by the fruits of them, like, just how that works. And I'm just so I'm like, for me, I feel like I need that a lot right now. Like, not even like with people, because I feel like right now I have a good like group selection around me, like who's gonna pour into me and who's not, but eliminating the songs that I listen to, the shows that I watch. Like, okay, this show that I love, The Vampire Diaries, has some witchcraft in it. Like, maybe I should use the discernment and wisdom of God and saying, hey, I'm pouring so much time into watching this show that has that's really not giving anything back to me. Take that away from my life and get into the word. Yeah. Listen, or like, okay, I'm going to listen to this pop song, or like, I mean, just anything, rap music. It's like, hold on, those lyrics that they're saying is horrible meaning, and I'm just singing along like nobody cares. Like, I'm like, oh, this song's so good, and then I'm like, no, I need to give that away and listen to more worship music. And my mom has said this for like years. Like, she's consistently said, like, maybe what we should do is we should be paying attention to what we're watching or listening to and take it out. We say it, but we never do that. We never change. So I'm like, but maybe I need to start doing that. So I'm just like learning as I'm reading about wisdom, and I'm like, wisdom is so much more than I think I've ever understood. And I'm like, this is just like, it's beautiful. And then it goes into talking about integrity. And I was like, what's the actual definition of integrity? So it's the quality of being honest and having strong morals moral principles and moral uprightness. And I was like, but what's integrity to me? And I was like, having strong morals you actually stick to, and seeking righteousness. So not just saying you're going to do it, but actually doing it. And then I was like, wait, this reminds me of a verse in Proverbs, a couple chapters forward, Proverbs 14:23, which is literally, it's, let me go to it because I want to get it correctly. But I was like, this is insane because we haven't even gotten to Proverbs 14 yet in the daily Proverbs. And I'm like, hold on, because me literally describing it to myself is like the exact same. Like, okay, I'm saying that I need to actually work on what I'm gonna say. Like, okay, I say that I'm going to get in the word, then I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do my daily Bible study, push it off to like 3 weeks later. I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. So Proverbs 14:23 says, there's profit in all the hard work, but endless talk leads only to poverty. And I was like, that's honestly kind of where I'm at. Like, me saying I'm going to do it and I never do it, it just ends into poverty. So like for me, I could say like, okay, spiritually, I can turn this into a spiritual like battle right here is, okay, I say I'm going to do it. I do it. I'm going to spiritually grow. Okay, I say I'm going to do it, but I don't do it. I'm going to spiritually decline. I'm going down because like literally me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do my daily Bible study. Like this is me, like every day we have a daily Bible study, the Bible recap. I'm like, I got to get on and do it. I miss 1 day. I missed 2 days. I missed 3 days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm declining.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where am I seeking knowledge other than church on a Sunday? Where am I getting that? Because I'm not doing it daily anymore. So if I say, okay, I'm going to wake up earlier, which is hard for me because I'm like, I like my sleep. I like to wait 15 minutes before we have to go, get up, fix my bangs, throw on my clothes, and I'm out the door. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it after work because after work's easy. I don't have to wake up early. I get home and I'm like, okay, guys, eat dinner. Okay, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to watch my phone for 2 hours, but I can't get in the word for 30 minutes. And I'm like, whoa. Like, and I'm just like, this is literally where I'm at right now. I'm like, this is sad. And so when I heard this and then I went back to Proverbs 14:23, I'm like, it's going to lead to poverty. It's going to lead to spiritual decline. It's going to lead to death. It's going to lead to sin. It's going to lead to temptation. I'm struggling so much without being in the word that I'm being tempted by everything. Like one person says something, oh, you know that? Let me feed into that. I know this. Oh, you heard that? No. I heard it's just, it's feeding into the temptation and it's taking over my life. It's taking over my spirit of joy. And I'm like, how do I fix this? Wisdom, asking God for the wisdom, not being a fool. Like he literally says, for those who don't seek my wisdom, you are a fool. You are going to hurt. I mean, like it's not good. So I don't want to be that fool. I want to live in his righteousness. I want to retain his wisdom and grow and share it and learn. So I'm like, it's like every time I turn, I see something else. I'm like, whoa, like wisdom, pray with wisdom. Like seek the Lord is what I need to do right now. And I'm like, and it's like, it just keeps getting better every chapter. And it's all like right now I'm still in wisdom and it just keeps going. And it's like literally by obeying his command that he has given us, we are understanding the fear of the Lord. And having the fear of the Lord will then help me have his wisdom and know his wisdom. And I'm just like, okay, like, we're getting somewhere. I'm learning, but then it gets better. And I'm like, at first I was like, you hear this and I take it and I'm like, am I just reading into it too much? But I'm like, you can't with like the word. I'm like, you can't, like, right? And then, but I wanted to find it because it talks about giving him your first, like, of the feast, the first part of the feast.
Proverbs 3.
Yes, Proverbs 3, 9 through 10. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first produce of your entire harvest. Then your barns will be completely filled and your vats will overflow with new wine. So when hearing that, I was like, that's just any time. Like, no matter if I feel like I have nothing left inside me. Like, right, like literally like the past like 4 weeks, I have been in the lowest valley and I feel like I have nothing left to give to him but myself. And it's like, what do I give to you? What do I give to you? Because I have nothing left. And I'm like, so when I read that, I'm getting emotional, sorry. So when I read that, and it's like, just give him the first thing you have. And even when I feel like I have nothing left, all I can give to him is my honor and just obedience to him, and just saying, I'm going to give myself to you because you gave your son for me. And he's continuously giving himself for us. Yeah. Like, I mean, daily. It's new mercies every morning. So I'm just like, I really sat in that a lot yesterday and today, actually. Because that's what we went over. That's what I did yesterday. So I've just been kind of sitting there. I'm like, whoa. Because when she said, like, even when you have nothing left, just give him yourself. And I'm like, that's funny. I was like, what do you mean? Like, that's so funny. Like, haha. Like, and then I'm like, so then after she said, I'm like, okay. And I was like, that was a good video. Like, I took a lot of notes. I'm like, she's so funny. Like, what? Like, I'm like, you can't, like, what? I can't do that. Like, what do you mean? And then after I turn off the video, I'm laying in bed and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, no, I actually get what she's saying. Like, I do feel like I have nothing left in me. I feel like I'm fighting such a hard battle and I'm not asking for help. I'm not seeking his wisdom. I'm not trusting y'all around me. Like, I'm not. And I'm like, how can I do that? But I can't. And I'm like, my word of the year is surrender and submit. How much easier can it sound? And I'm like, clearly he gave me that word at the beginning of the year for a reason. Whether or not literally the first whatever months were in, the first 3 months, I couldn't see like how to actually surrender. And here I am. We're April. This was April 3rd whenever my brain realized, hey, Emma, like, wake up. Like, this is how you give yourself to me. Surrender. Let go. So I really just sat and I was like, oh my gosh, like, Lord, you're doing something. Like, I'm understanding finally. I'm understanding to just let go, surrender myself to you, humble myself before the Lord, take away all my pride, get on my knees, and just pray. And I did that last night. And I was like, I don't know the last time I got on my knees and prayed to the Lord and just bawled my eyes out because I just knew I needed it. And I was like, this is like, it's beautiful. And I'm like, I hate getting emotional, but I'm like, it was so beautiful for me to even realize like I'm breaking myself down to receive this. And I'm like, all it took was, honestly, the start of it was Ava telling me that about the presence of the Lord. And then just saying, okay, you know what? Some of my favorite people are doing this little Bible study. I get on YouTube every day. Why not watch the video? Why not just sit down, watch the video, learn, and then see what wisdom I can learn from the video and then share with others. So that being said, I just wanted to share that because I was like, I just wanted to get that out there because I don't know the last time I've honestly probably shared anything like that, and where I'm just like, I'm so broken. I'm literally in the lowest, darkest valley of my life that I've ever been in, other than when I wasn't like saved, like when I was just living, in sin completely. But I'm like, now I'm like, I just want to admit like, okay, I have been struggling. Like, I do need y'all's help. Like, I need y'all to do whatever y'all feel called to do to help me. But I'm like, I know I need it. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what God puts on y'all's heart to, be there for me. But however it is, like, I want that. I need it. I mean, honestly, that could just be prayers. Like, I mean, like, literally, I'll, like, pray for me. Like, that's all I need. Like, I just think I need prayer. But, I mean, if that's, whatever, obviously, like, God puts on your life. But I'm like, for me, I just want to share that we all have gone through the valley. And that once we can realize that we aren't in control and we can surrender and let go and then ask God, be like, hey, put the fear of the Lord in me. Put that in me. Give me the wisdom to grow and learn so that way I can. Because I'm like, I want to learn. I want to grow. I don't want to continue my spiritual decline. I don't want to continue that. Because I'm like every day I'm like, oh, I know I have a relationship with you. So if I don't read the word, it's okay. I'm 4 weeks without getting in the Bible, except for church on Sundays. So I'm like, I'm good. I know I have a relationship with Christ. I'm okay. I worship in the car sometimes. I pray occasionally. But I'm like, no, at the end of the day, we have to continuously get in the word. We have to learn, because one day our world won't have Bibles. All we have is what's in our heart and what's in our head. And I just like, and that's just kind of sitting, I'm like, okay, I want to be that person that can be like, you know, I've been there. Let me be there for you now. Let me share the wisdom that I learned when I needed that wisdom. So I'm just really sitting with that, and I'm like, whoa, just like, I feel like God is really kind of doing something. And I'm like, and I don't know, I just kind of like, literally I texted, well, Allison texted the group chat, because I was driving, I was like, Allison, this is kind of big for me. But I was like, just text and just say like, hey, Emma has some stuff she wants to share. Even if it kind of went everywhere, but I feel like I was actually able to connect it. So
No, you were good.
That
You were good.
That's
It was
me.
good.
That's kind of what I've been learning and where I'm at. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm like, yeah.
I loved it. I feel like it's something like I really needed to be reminded, because like you said, like I have a relationship, but I like the other day I was telling someone I get so frustrated reading my Bible. Not because I don't know what it's saying, but because I'm not comprehending.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes. No. Yeah.
Like, I get so frustrated when I read it, because I feel like every time we go to read the Bible, we're like, he's going to tell me something. And he's not. He's not going to tell you something every single time you sit down to read the Bible. And I get so frustrated when I'm doing it, because I'm like, I don't... why do I need to know his brother's name? You know,
right.
Like, why do I need to know the genealogy?
Why do I need to know the laws 6 different times?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I think that's why I really struggled, because we were doing the Bible recap and we're going through all of these laws, and I'm like, oh my.
And then it repeats the laws, and it's like, why am I reading this again? Did I just read this?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do the Bible recap. I've been doing something different every day, but
Exactly.
I was like,
and I got that reminder the other day that like I'm not gonna have a crazy spiritual awakening when I open up my Bible every time.
That's
Scrolling
good.
on
That's
TikTok.
good.
Some lady, she was like, hey, I don't know who needs to hear this. And I was like, I never. So I'm like, it ain't me, girl. I know what you're doing. You're
literally
clickbait.
Yes.
But I was like, okay, let me listen. Let me see what this girl has to say. Usually it's something that I'm like, okay.
Right.
But I listened and I was like, okay. Because the first thing she said was, I know why you're struggling to read your Bible. I'll tell you right now. And I was like,
you got me. Tell me this.
lady, let me hear it. And it's like, because every time I open my dang Bible, I'm wanting him to speak to me.
Like,
and have,
like show me. Like, show me.
Literally show me right now.
Right.
But I have to let go. Like you. Like y'all have been telling me forever now. I need to trust God, because I'm not. Yeah. I want to be in control. I want to move the chess pieces.
Yep.
I want to be the one that makes those decisions, but I can't. And I'm coming to that realization slowly, very slowly. But like that just opened up my eyes. Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So coming like speaking on that and like sharing that like is for a reason. Okay. It's not.
I know. I just didn't want to be like, I didn't want to also be like, I
you just being
rambled
like,
on.
okay, listen, this is all about me. No, God wanted you to bring that here
exactly.
tonight.
Because I was like,
reason.
Yeah, I was very hesitant. Like, I was like, no, I don't want to, because just so many different like fears that Satan's giving me. But I listened. Yeah. And I was like,
it goes back to that.
It goes back to
back to listening.
Because I don't listen.
we're praying for it. We are.
We are. Listening is the hard part, though.
I would agree.
Hard.
Yeah,
It's
listening
the hard part.
Hard.
It's so hard. Like,
It's like, hey, I hear you, but I'm not listening.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
I heard
I'll take
what you
it in one ear
said.
and just out the other. Like,
Exactly.
I'm like, whoa.
right. Or you pray but never stop to listen. So you're
That-
like, you never
yes.
gave God a chance.
You don't give
to
God
say-
a chance to
or
speak. Yep.
my problem is I stop to listen, but it's like,
Yeah, me too. No, literally,
know
no,
what I'm saying?
no, because I mean, so like sometimes, like, okay, prayer and worship night, love prayer and worship night, but I'll be there and I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna take this time to listen to God. I'm not gonna pray.
no, I'm just singing.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like I'm like my brain doesn't work like that. So I'm like, okay, I can't do here. But I'll get home and I'm like, okay, let me actually try. Like I'll be praying and then I stop and I'm like, okay, God, I'm listening, and I just like sit there.
And that's what I do.
Yeah,
And I'm like, He's not speaking.
I'm like, it's been 2 minutes. Where you at? Like, literally. No, I'm like, okay, it's been 30 seconds. Like, hello, I'm here. Are you? And I'm like,
Exactly.
whoa, like, why am I coming at God like that? Because I'm like, yeah, you're here.
You're here.
Like, I need to just shut up. Like, I need to stop and just
sitting in
listen.
silence.
It's
and then
hard.
there's actually listening in
Silence. Those are hard.
Because
I can't do either, really.
I can't do either.
I'm working.
Really bad.
Like, yeah.
Really bad at it. But you listened.
Yes, I did listen.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
No, really.
Yeah.
And I do like what
Yeah.
like that analogy of not analogy, what example of we fear like the law and stuff.
No, yeah.
How
I think it
come
would
every
be an
day we're
analogy.
not fearful of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like every
Right.
day. Every day
Yes.
we should be stepping on the brake for him.
Right.
Be like, whoa.
No, because literally when she said that, I was like, whoa, because you're so right. Every day, I be driving. I be speeding. Sometimes I don't be speeding. And I see a cop and I'm like, I be looking at my phone. Like, I'm braking and I'm like, whoa. And then she said that and I was like, whoa.
Right?
I was like, you're so right. Why am I not on my brake right now to stop and listen to the Lord?
And another thing I want to go back to is like when you were talking about how your mom and you like obviously like talking about like we have those opportunities to not watch or listen to those things. And I will say like in high school, I told y'all the other day, I used to listen
Yeah.
horrible music. Horrible.
Yes. Yeah.
Horrible music.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, like I tried to explain it to my little sister. I was like, I don't think you realize like how much music affects a person.
Yeah.
And she's so big on music. And I'm like, you don't understand like what you're putting into your heart and mind right now is going to affect, I'm getting emotional about it, going to affect you because I know I was in that point in high school and stuff. I was listening to that stuff because I thought I'm cool. I don't need worship music. I want to listen to this. And my attitude was horrible.
Oh, absolutely.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't need.
It does completely affect you.
It does completely. And like now, like I almost every day I get in the car, I'm listening to my. Y'all heard me walk in. Like what am I? I'm singing some worship song because that's all I listen to now. Or podcast. But yes, occasionally I'll turn on country music or when I'm with y'all, bippity bops because that's what we do.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like I've noticed like a shift in like my drive time is like it's spent with God and like worshiping, and I'm like by the end of my drive I'm like I don't want to get out of the car.
Yeah.
I just want to sit here and keep worshiping because I'm full on concerts for him in the car for him. Like we're going at it, and like it's just so crazy how those things can affect like your mind and your spirit and stuff like that. And so I
I can believe, because for me it's like when I literally every time me and Ava hang out we always talk about it, and she just texts me, she's like, guys, I'm being serious, like I'm cutting that out, like I'm really trying to work on that, just cutting out this nasty music or these shows. I'm like that's so real though, because like last year when I'm driving to school every day, all I would listen to was worship music. My playlist that's like I don't know 300 and something more songs, whatever, I would listen to it just consistent. I'm like, oh, this, it never gets old. It doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't.
I can listen to the same, like the other day I only listened to Abide just on repeat
and
I'm like, and I can just do that. I just put it on repeat and I just let it play because what do I need to do? Abide. Oh, you're worthy of it all. Yes, you are.
Yes,
like,
sir.
So it's like I was on that like every day,
Yeah.
but then like I got off that kick, and then all summer like I hung out with some friends or listened to this, and it just gets back, and it really darkens your heart, and your mind, because it's like, whoa, like I'm saying this, that's what that means, and I'm like, then I catch myself with an attitude, or I said this, and I'm like, whoa, like. It's the music, or it's these shows that I'm watching that I'm obsessed with, and I'm like, it's like I love my shows, but I'm like, but could I do better?
Yeah.
Or like for me, I'm like, okay, I take music out. I just listen to worship music consistently, throw in a country song there, whatever. Yeah. Just like, kind of occasionally, but really cut out the rap, cut out some of the pop music, like strictly just, I want to get fully back into worship. But for me, I'm like, okay, TV's my thing. I'm like, I love shows, I love movies. So I'm like this. So, I come home, I do a Bible study in the morning, because now I'm like, I need to do it in the morning, because I know I'm not going to do it at night. I need to get up, do it in the morning. I'm going to force myself to get up early, which is really hard for me. But I'm like, I'm going to force myself to do it so I can grow in wisdom in the Lord. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to get home. I know I'm going to want to watch my show because that's how I decompress sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, that's not how I should decompress.
No.
I should get on my knees and pray to God. Let me worship. Okay, I'm going to go to bed. Turn on one show. You know, like I could, if I could figure out a schedule that would be beneficial for me to continue to grow in the Lord, then that's what but I'm like, right now, I'm like, for me, I feel like I should be like, hey, cold turkey it. Because I feel like so many times, like even like, you know, in regular things, people are like, oh no, never do that. That's so hard. Like sometimes like some people are like, oh, you should cold turkey. Some are like, you know, oh, you know, just go lower. I'm like, no, I need to cold turkey this because I'm like, if I don't, I'm gonna spiritually decline. Like I know myself. I'm like, I know myself and God knows me. Mm-hmm. And when they were talking about like spiritually declining and spiritually inclining, I was like, well, you got me there. You got me
left
there.
and right.
Literally, so I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna get home now. I'm not gonna watch anything. I'm just gonna pray, worship, you know, do what I need to do. Laying in bed when I go to sleep, put some worship music on.
Yeah.
Or for me just to even pray. And you know what? If I fall asleep during praying, I fell asleep thinking about God.
That's valid.
I'm not trying to be like hilarious, but no, I'm like,
that was
I'm
funny,
like,
yeah.
thank you. No, but I'm just like, cause I'm like, and I'm in all seriousness, because I'm like, okay, I lay down, I'm like, oh, well, I'm like, but if I fall asleep, is that bad? But I'm like, no, because I'm thinking about you. Like, I'm talking to you. You're giving me that rest. Like, I don't know how to take it. But I'm like, if I can just do that, and then when I feel myself growing in the Lord, then be like, okay, you know, this show isn't horrible. This show doesn't have all this stuff that this one does, or okay, put on a movie, you know, just I think I need to just cut a lot of stuff out of my life right now and then see how it is like. But when I know I need to grow in the Lord before I continue to watch certain shows or sing songs or watch my mouth, you know, I mean, just different stuff like that. But it's just like, it's just really, I just want to prioritize it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like really trying to work on that, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, literally, this is only day 4.
Let's be accountability partners because I need it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna catch up on these.
Yes. No, I'll send you the link. We're on day 4
link.
because it's April 4th. I actually have not watched it yet, which I'm mad about because I was like, I wanted to do it.
But look, see,
I know. Yeah.
you're already changing your ways.
I know. I'm like, at least I know I didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it as soon as we finish this, guys.
Good.
Like it's
Proverbs was
it's
good
so
to go through though. I went
Yes,
through
'cause you went through
that
not too long ago.
last year after everything.
Oh, yeah.
I did. Was that like July or August? I think is whenever I went through it. And wow, yeah. If I went back and got that notebook out, I learned so much going through Proverbs. Like it seriously changed me, and I was like, why haven't I done this before?
Why hasn't anyone told me
Where have I been?
No, why hasn't anyone told me
Oh,
this?
I'm sorry. Did you not know about this?
No.
Okay, because the thing is, like, I told my mom and dad about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, people do that." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm doing it now."
Yeah, yeah, because they were like,
Do you remember that?
and we were like, oh yeah, we were like, no, we know that people do it, but we're like, but now it's like my
but now,
time in life to
it's
do
my
it.
time to do it, and
But what
changed me.
now I like thought about it because you're like, oh, I did it. So I was like thinking like, which is crazy because it's the book, you know, who wrote the book, King Solomon. But the crazy thing is, he asked for wisdom, and on top of this, God gave him the power. So because later on in chapter 3, verse 13 through 18, it's talking about when you're seeking that wisdom, and when you get that wisdom, you'll receive, like, it doesn't strictly say money, power, all that, but like, you know, you'll be righteousness in the Lord. Yeah. And so for King Solomon, you know, what did he want in the beginning? He wanted that. But what did he do? He asked for wisdom, and then with that wisdom and the fear of the Lord and his humbleness and righteousness, God said, okay, now that you have that wisdom and you're still seeking me, he gave him power. He gave him the money. He gave him the needs to live. Mm-hmm. But which is crazy because you're reading this and it is literally King Solomon's testimony that you're reading. So it's like, it's not just a story. Like, this is somebody who lived this, which I'm always like that because in the back, it's like, oh, this is my favorite Bible story. But it's like, it's not a story. Like, these were real people. Like, they lived this. But it's like crazy because I'm like,
testimony.
right. Yeah, so like, this is my, that's what I'm going to say.
Exactly.
I'm like, I need to change my ways. I'm like, I keep saying, this is my favorite story. No, it's not.
No.
This is my favorite testimony. Like,
Yes.
she lived, like, my favorite book of the Bible is Ruth. She lived that. Like, I'm like, I love that book. But so then when I was saying that again, and then he, you know, but the whole thing about that he goes through is like, you know, wisdom is the foundation of all things. And I'm like, and God is that foundation because you're seeking the wisdom from God. But whenever I was just like really sitting, I'm like, I'm literally just reading a testimony right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, because a lot of times, you know, like when you're reading through Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, like it's always different people like writing the books, but for me to like be able to read this and know like he lived through it and now he's just telling me his testimony in it, it's like it's a whole new perspective. Because I'm like, I read these other books and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, like, because obviously they lived it too, and like I'm like, this is awesome. But whenever I'm sitting here like, this is where I'm at in time, this is where I know I need the wisdom, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like King Solomon is telling me how to do this and he lived it. Like, it's like one-on-one, like I'm talking, like it's like it feels like awesome. I'm like, hey, so how do I do this? Like, how do I be like you? Like,
give me the wisdom to get the wisdom.
Literally, like, can you like show me that what's the next verse again? Like, throw it back. Like literally, like, whoa. So it was kind of cool whenever I was like putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh my gosh, like he wrote this book.
It's always cool
because
to
he lived
those
the book.
connections.
Yes, I'm like,
It's like a light bulb.
literally, I'm like, whoa, like ding, like ding. I'm like that, like it just makes a huge difference. And I think in my mind when I learned, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is just really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm like more like excited to continue to go.
I'm excited
and read
for
it.
you. I'm excited for myself too. Since
because
I'm
you're gonna
be
do
right
it.
behind you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I need to- yeah.
I'll send it.
Yeah.
Send it in the group chat, guys, if y'all
You know
want
what?
to
Let's just all
join.
do it together.
Yeah.
And we'll come back and reconvene next week.
Yes. I would love to because I really enjoy this.
Yeah.
We should. Okay.
I also
I'm down.
really liked how you were talking about like giving him your first 10.
Right.
Because this year I have been really good about being in the word every day, but I'm kind of to the point where it feels like just going through the motions. Because at the beginning of the year, I was like praying on something so desperately. And then I feel like I got an answer on that thing, which is great, but it may not have been the answer I wanted. So then, and it's not by any means, I'm not blaming God. I'm not mad at God. It's just kind of feel like, oh, and then I'm still reading, but not putting in quite so much of the effort. And then I'm acting like, oh, I'm not hearing God, or God's working in all these other areas of my life. Why didn't you answer in that one? And it's not that I feel like I'm just not listening. Or like I do my Bible study every night, but it's gotten in the beginning of the year, I was going to bed earlier. I was reading earlier. I was putting in all that more effort, trying to listen. And then now it's like I just put a shit off later and later and later and lay in my bed and scroll through TikTok. And it's like literally giving him the last little bit of energy I even have to the
And
point
it's
where
like a checklist at that point.
Yes, it really is. And I'm so tired. How much am I really getting out of it? I'm not really digging in to get deeper. Like last night, for example, I was sitting in the living room. I was tired at 9:40, and the next thing I know, it's 11:40. So I get in bed and scroll some more, and then by the time I finally read and put my phone down, it's like 12:40, and I was like, I was tired 3 hours ago. Why did I not? Yes, why did I not do it then? So like I need to focus on getting up earlier and reading more. And like the few days I've been at the school, I'll bring, especially like in the one class I'll be in, I've got a conference period, first period, so I've done a Bible study like in there before I have kids come in. I think that like, that's a good place to start my day. And like my old youth pastor used to say, like, pray on site with insight. So like if I'm praying, if I'm going to pray for the day to be going well, or like pray for the kids in the classroom or whatever, like do it in the classroom before they get, like pray, like pray over the space, pray over the atmosphere. So I'm excited for that to be a thing. And that'll also help me pray in the morning, but then I need to honestly get up and pray before I ever get out of bed, like do my Bible study before I ever get out of bed, because by then it's like I've already driven to school, and like who's to say something doesn't happen in the car on the way, like you know, like just really start your day out right. So that's, I can see what I need to do, but I can also see where I've gotten really complacent and like made it the very last thing on my checklist. And I can feel it. Like you can feel in the relationship with God. It's
you can.
It feels like, okay, I'm doing the things.
And it's like emotionally draining too.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Like,
and it's,
Hey.
right.
I'm here.
Like I have been reading every day, but I don't feel any better than the ones who don't read every day or haven't read in 4 weeks, because it's like it's not a priority, and I'm not digging in. I'm just reading words.
You're just reading it to say, yeah, hey, I did that today.
Right. That's no different.
Bible.
It's like
no
if
different. Somebody asks you, like,
right.
Yeah, I read my Bible today.
Exactly. And it's at that point, it's no different than if I read any other book before bed, because I'm not really digging in. It's just reading about King so-and-so from the Old Testament. Insert name here. Like whatever their story, whatever their story is that week. I just finished the book of Esther. Like I felt it on my heart for so long to go read Esther. And then I just finished the last couple chapters this week, and I was like, okay, that wasn't like some big revelation I thought it would be. Like Esther just kept coming up over and over. And now that I read through it, I'm like, okay, what were you trying to show me there, God? But it's probably because I really putting in the effort that I should have.
loved Esther.
Yeah.
We'll go back and read that. I love.
I mean, like now I know the story, but I'm like, I don't know.
I love
and
that.
like I'm just being honest. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even trying to say like I'm aware I need to
Yeah.
be putting in more effort, and that's just kind of where I'm at. I feel like I'm at a plateau. Like I don't feel like I'm going down, especially like with things at the school and like. I wanted to teach floral design, and there's one teacher in the district, and she like for that opportunity to fall in my lap. Like God is moving in such big ways in my life, and I don't want to discredit that at all. And that's why I want that like my prayer life and my Bible study to be like first priority of the day, because I know I couldn't have got there without him. Yeah. But then at the same time, I am getting very complacent, and I just feel like a plateau, and you only get out as much as you put in, and that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I know.
I get that. It's like, yeah, because I completely understand that. Because like what I've been stuck on is the whole thing that Dad keeps on saying at group: don't waste the weight.
Yeah.
Makes me so mad, bro.
To the point where
we just need to all get it tattooed on ourselves.
Honestly, I'm tempted to. Like, I'm just gonna
Thank
get it
you,
just like
Beth.
right here on my collar.
That was Beth.
Thank you, Beth Mason.
Yeah, that was
Don't,
Beth.
yeah, don't
Love her.
waste the weight. Yes, that you're right. It was.
It was
She
Beth.
said
Yes,
prayer
it was
night.
prayer night, yep.
Yes.
She was like,
and
we all were like,
we all
yeah.
did there too. Yeah, it was whatever she said at first, and then he keeps on saying
Yeah, and then
it.
Dad was like, I
And
love
I'm
that. He's like, I'm stealing that.
I'm like, I love it, but I'm getting so upset at it because I'm like, God, I'm trying not to waste the weight, but man, what am I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like literally to the point where I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm waiting. I'm just going to go live my life, and whatever happens, happens. And
I feel
that's
like
probably
I've
not
just
the
been-
best.
I'm just
way to look at
chilling.
it.
I'm just
Exactly.
sitting here, and I'm like, hey, like I know that something's coming. I know, like I've come to the place with him. Like I'm getting into the Word every day. I was slacking. I was telling Emma because I do my own personal Bible study, but then I was doing the Bible recap with them. So, but I'm behind on the Bible recap. I stopped waking up early, and I was just doing my personal Bible study instead. And I was like, I gotta get back on that. I know that, but like I would listen to my worship music, and I'm like, all right, like and. There's these little things. I'm like, okay, yeah, God, I see that. I see where you're leading me. I see what you want to do with me. But when's that gonna happen?
Right.
You know? Like, is that gonna be anytime soon?
My time or your time?
Yeah, exactly. It's hey, Allison, pause, take a breath.
Yeah.
It's not time yet. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, fine then. It's not time. It's just, but sitting in that waiting. But sitting in that waiting, it's like, oh my God, why did he tell me not to waste the weight? Because now it's like I'm trying not to waste the weight, but how do I?
Like, I want to waste the weight.
I
Like,
want to
it's
waste the
like,
weight,
yeah.
but like,
Y'all remember how y'all's dad was talking about the other day? How he prayed and was full on like, it's gonna happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me why I tried that and immediately was like, it's not gonna happen.
For real. Exactly. Like I've been praying over one thing so far, but when you already feel like, oh, it's not gonna happen, and then it's like,
No, it's your mindset.
And it's like for a split second, I was like, God, I need you to do this like tomorrow. And then like I feel like an hour later, I was like,
yeah.
see, yeah,
But
that's
it's like,
it.
but the crazy thing is, he can and he will do
he
it.
can
and he will.
The problem is, I know he can and he will, but again, I'm not giving that up to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Like I'm not letting him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, huge example for me this week. I like actually broke down in mom and dad's room because like sorry. I was gonna turn my nose. Sorry. Hey guys. I was like, no, mom and dad have gone on so many trips in our whole life. Like I've never been worried. I'm like, oh, you're coming home. Like never been worried.
I'm
I don't
usually the
care.
worried one.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you worried? Like God got them. Like
Yeah.
God did. Like
Exactly.
we're good. And like 2 days before the trip, I had this like gut wrench feeling. Like, I was like, what? I was like, is this? But like, I couldn't, like, I'm like, oh, I need that discernment. I need that wisdom. But I had it was April 1st. April, I don't know what day it was actually. It was like, I think it might have been the 31st. So I hadn't even gotten into Proverbs yet. So I'm over here like, I'm like, I need discernment. I'm like, is this like God? Or is this Satan putting fear in me and telling me like, you should be scared? Yeah. They're not gonna, like something is gonna happen. Maybe not to both, maybe just the one. Maybe something's gonna happen here while they're gone. And I was like, really? But I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, Mom was nervous about flying because all the plane crashes. Like I was, then I think that was getting fearful. And then before every trip, they always like, not like to scare us, but they always like let us know like, this is the guy who has the life insurance.
Yeah,
like
he's on our fridge.
We do it. They do it every time. But I've never cared.
Immediately would throw up.
He's on the
No,
side.
but I've never cared.
He's on the side of our fridge.
Yeah, it's right over there.
In case you need to know too. Let me go. I'm just really, in case you need to know. Side of the fridge.
No, but they've always told me, I'm like, I've never been scared. Like, because like, seriously, if something were to happen, we do need to know what to do, obviously. And I'm like, which we get, but I've never been scared of that. I've never been worried. And then literally the night before they're leaving, they like, or no, 2 nights before, so it was my days, whatever. They tell us, and I'm like, haha, we're all making jokes. Like, you always make jokes because, first of all, my coping mechanism is to joke 1,000%. In the darkest times. Yep. I laugh when I'm sad. Like, instead of crying, I laugh because I don't cry. Like, I really just don't cry. Like, I just laugh at things all the time. So,
that was so quiet. It's so loud.
No, literally. No. So I was just kind of like, oh, like, you know, this feeling was really heavy. And then it's like getting late or whatever. It's like probably like, I don't know, whatever time. I'm laying in their bed the night, like right before they're going to leave. So Wednesday night, Noah's at youth. Allison's in her bedroom. And I'm just laying in their bed. And I'm like, mind you, I told Mom that day at work, I was like, Mom, I don't want you to go. At work, I don't know why.
Yeah, and then she started telling me.
It hit me, and I started tearing up at work, and I walked to the bathroom, I'm like, I'm not going to cry at work. I cried in the bathroom. Didn't even tell y'all that. Didn't even tell you that. And I was like, mind you, I really, like, we had to really iterate. I don't cry. Everybody knows, like, I'm not a crier.
Except for the year of 2025.
Yeah, like, no, and somebody say, except for this year, this is probably the most I've cried. But it's not even like, I mean, it's not even that often, but it's like, I think I've cried at least like once a month, which is not normal for me. So 4 times.
Pretty much.
Since she was an infant, this is the most
so I
she's
probably
cried.
only cried like 4 times this year so far. No, but like, I really don't cry. I'm not an emotional person, but I think God's just trying to really move in me to kind of, maybe
He's breaking you.
I think that's what it is. No, I think it's because I'm going down that spiritual decline that he's like, let me just break you down then so you can understand and listen to me. And I'm like, whoa. But anyway, so I'm get home now. I'm crying in the bed. I'm like, and Dad's like, what is wrong? Like, cause they don't say, like, I really don't cry that often. He's like, what's going on? So I kind of explained it to them, and he's like, we're going to pray about it. And I'm like, okay. And Mom's like, I'll come give you a hug. And I'm like, Mom, but I'm like crying. And I'm like, cause this feeling, it didn't feel good. Like, I mean, I was just like broken, and I was already like going like in myself. I was already reading Proverbs. I was already breaking down because I'm like, Emma, you're just not even listening. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this like, can you give me some discernment up here, Lord? Like, is this you telling me like, hey, like I truly do think like, what did Mom say? Maybe I was having a provision. Did I say that right? No, a premonition. Sorry. Mom's like, well, it could be a premonition. I think she was just saying it to try to make me feel better, but it wasn't working. Like, you know, from the Lord, like he's telling me like, hey, something very well could happen. Like, not even to them, but like they're gone. We're home here. Like, what if something happens to us while we're driving to work? Like, it could happen any time, you know, whatever. And mind you, I was very scared. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, or is this just the fear of the Lord?
To the point that it was like, starting to freak me. I was
chill. She was getting really nervous
and then Emma's
too.
like,
because I don't get these feelings.
I was like, well, why are you worried? Bro?
I don't ever get these feelings.
No,
so it's worrying her, and I'm crying. So then, but anyways, that night, and then Mom prayed over me for peace, and I was like, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, Lord, I need that peace. Like, give me that peace. I didn't feel it that night. I didn't feel it Thursday morning either when they were leaving. But I was like, let it sink in, Emma. Like, let it sink in. And then finally, like last night, I was like, they're okay. We're okay. And I really do think, because I've been in the Word and I've been praying for wisdom and discernment, I think that I got that discernment from the Lord. And I do truly believe that was just the fear of Satan. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, literally, I was like, praise God, because I'm like, I'm reading. I'm wanting to seek the wisdom. And I sought it out. And I was like, okay, this is the discernment that I needed right now and then. And it was for sure Satan just giving that fear, like something's going to happen. Like something bad's going to happen to your mom and dad. Something bad's going to happen on the way to work. And I was so scared. I mean, I was crying. I was distraught. I was like, what's going to happen? I was so scared. And I literally I cried myself to sleep that night before they left, because I was so scared that something horrible was going to happen while they were gone. Like, I was so panicked, and I was just like, like, and mom, you know, being mom's like trying to make me feel like she goes, okay, but she goes, I do, and this, we're just alone in the room and like with dad and everything. And she goes, I don't want to scare you, but she goes, I just want to like, she goes, but you have to think, if it's our time, and like seriously, if something were to happen, you have to think that's God's timing, and you have to accept that. She goes, because eventually we're all gonna go.
Yeah.
And I was like, that hurts. But I'm like, you're so right. And then I was like, it's just a fair saying, so I feel good now. But I'm like, thanks, mom. But I was like, I haven't even texted her, like, because I told her, I was like, I told him, thank you for praying. But I haven't even let them know that I finally got that discernment. And I was like, that was Satan. Like, I know it was him now. I'm like, now I'm just like dusting it off my shoulders. I'm like, I know they're good. Like, they're in God's hand. But was I like that the other night? No. I was like, they're not in God's hand because he's not going to keep them safe. And I'm like, whoa, like seriously, why am I coming at the Lord like that?
Emma's had a week.
Yes.
Emma's had a week. When she said Tuesday felt like Thursday.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, she
literally.
meant
Not
it.
joking.
No, because they left Thursday morning, and for some all day Tuesday I was like, y'all leaving, and I'm like, oh no, please don't. Like, yeah, it was crazy week, but I think God seriously broke me down.
Yeah. It's
And
amazing.
that was like, it was like we talked about spiritual warfare for how many weeks?
Spiritual warfare.
Yes. No, literally, and yeah, in group we talked about that for I don't even know how long, and it's like I hadn't been through it, and I think I had just been through it,
I think she got.
but I
done,
think I'm
did
like
it.
boom, like I'm just
But like genuinely, like this
Fighting
is
a
the
battle.
most like I've seen you like
already been
excited to like speak about anything related.
yeah, I'm
to
like yeah,
Jesus.
thank you.
Like on like,
like-
I don't mean that in a rude way, but
No,
like,
no, I know, I
since
get
you
it.
started group, like
Yes.
coming to group, like at first you were obviously shy, and then
Yeah.
you were going through that time of just you were like were angry,
No, I get it. No,
Like-
I understand.
Okay.
Yes.
and like now like there's like a little bit of peace
Mm-hmm.
that I'm seeing, and I love it. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone else is seeing it, but
No, I still
That's you.
see. I still see the shy, angry girl.
okay, I mean, well, what I mean is like as far
No,
as like
I
when
knew
it
what
comes to
you
like
meant.
talking
No,
about like
yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
Emma's
No, no,
very
I knew
joyful
what you
Oh,
meant.
yeah,
person.
no, yeah, I'm
I
very
was
joyful.
looking more at the shy comment.
Yes. No, yeah.
Well, because
I'm very joyful. I'm not angry. Like,
You know what I meant, like
No,
in your faith and
yes.
stuff, like shy
Yeah, yeah.
and like almost
Yes.
like you had
Kept
this
to
like,
myself.
No, I knew what you meant. I'm sorry. I
You weren't
just
angry, but
No,
you had
yeah.
sort of a frustration to you.
Yes.
And like I see that.
No, I
slowly,
get that.
That ice pick.
Yeah, just breaking me
picking
down.
your words,
Mhm.
and I love it.
Thank you.
It's so
No,
fun to
thank you.
watch. I feel like a big older sister who's like, oh,
Thanks.
"Go Kylie, go!"
I love the Kardashians.
That's probably a show we should not watch.
No, you couldn't see, but I literally just kicked my feet. When you said that, you said, I said yes. Anyways, guys. Sorry that I went on for a while about that, but,
no, but
I
I'm
really
proud
enjoyed it.
of you as well.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I'm happy that you shared.
Me too. I feel like
That makes me feel. That makes me really proud.
you know, like
Yeah.
no, literally, I'm gonna say like, because like I hold everything in, like y'all know, and I say every week at group, I'm like praying to let go, praying to share. Do I? No.
No.
And I'm like, I just said, I'm like, I literally feel like a.
All it took
like-
was a camera and some microphones. We would have done this 3 months ago.
It actually took God trying it.
You know what I meant.
No, I know. No, but I
Shake
just
out
like
there
literally
and
just
drop the
Yeah.
mic.
No, literally.
Literally.
Just like yeah, seriously, a weight lifted off my chest,
That's good.
and I feel like
That's so good.
I'm back on fire with the Lord.
Woo!
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry for your eardrums.
Sorry.
No, because I'm like Dad says it. You know, he's like he wants us to be on fire for the Lord, and I'm like, well, I used to be on fire for the
Yeah.
Lord. Like youth group, I was on fire
Yeah.
for the Lord, and then graduated high school.
It happened
Just
to
down.
everyone.
And then I'm like, now that I think God broke me in my bedroom and I'm getting in the word, I'm like, God, I want more. Like, I love this. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm like, what's next? Like, look, come on, show me. Like,
That's
I'm
so
just so
good.
ready.
That
And
is
I'm
so
like,
good.
but I'm also like, he's not going to show me something every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, right now, I feel like it is my time to learn, and I'm still in the valley a little bit. Like,
Bigger.
I'm just coming up. I'm just going up the hill slowly. I'm trotting up the mountain.
You are going for a nice, peaceful hike.
Yes, but I'm ready. I'm glad that he broke me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad that I'm sharing.
I'm also very glad.
Me too. Very glad.
I'm just like giddy now. I don't know why. I can't
That's
help it.
good.
Yeah.
It's the love of Jesus.
It is.
Yes, it is.
if y'all liked what y'all heard in this here
Podcast.
That was good. We all ate that up.
y'all, we'd love for you to like, comment, share, follow. Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to the tube. Don't laugh at that.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No. Sorry, let me say it serious. To the tube.
To the tube.
To the
To
tube.
the tube.
That's
The
like when y'all are
YouTube.
saying that.
Um,
The tube.
Yeah. It was just
what it
supposed to be funny.
I liked it.
Anyways, anything else before we go?
Yeah. Honestly, seriously, just really pray for me. Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
Yes.
continue praying.
will.
Let's be little buddies.
Absolutely.
No, seriously, let's continue to work on our friendship.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it
Me
a
too.
lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
There will be, for sure, I think, with this, like, for the listeners out there, more episodes like this to come for sure. Like, a lot more
think
just
so.
Yeah.
deep diving. I think we just had to hit it hard, and I think we got that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think we're all trying to get to a place where
Right.
Where we can.
we
And where you feel, and where even you, I mean, because obviously
Where we feel comfortable.
you have to feel comfortable for that.
Yeah.
So just for the to hit, so
That's good.
I love
it's
it.
good, yeah. And seriously, if y'all have any
Questions.
questions,
Comments.
ideas, concerns,
Sorry.
Yeah.
concerns what I'm saying, let me know if any of that sounded wrong. Like, I mean, let me know.
I don't know.
Please
I
be
will
honest.
learn. We want to learn. We also
Yeah.
want to learn how to be a good podcast. So seriously, if y'all have any
Yeah.
topics, ideas, tips, let us know, please.
Literally.
Complaints, hate comments, like we'll take it.
I don't. Actually, I could take the first hate
Bring
comment.
on the
guys.
haters.
Like,
No. But if you leave us a
No,
hate
seriously.
comment, we will read it.
and we'll reply. Not
I'm going
me.
to share Jesus
I'm gonna
with
reply
you.
with
I'll
Jesus.
reply.
Yes.
I will,
We'll let
that'll
Allison
be
reply.
me.
She'll be praying for you.
I will be. Yes, I will.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Share with your friends because
Please.
Yes.
you never know what your friend needs to hear ever. And maybe us talking about birds and March Madness is what someone needed to hear.
Right.
That might have been like, probably not, but
Or when we went on our movie rant.
Movie rant?
Because like that's the thing is, you never know. Like sometimes you just need that little bit of laughter. And the thing is, in every episode we have somehow, which is kind of crazy, we go back, we connect it back to Jesus. I mean, we do. I mean, that's our whole like thing is we want to talk about Jesus more. For us to talk about a full episode, I think that was really cool that we were able to do that.
yeah.
Like we did our little update, and then for me to talk for a full thing, that was a lot coming out of my
It's a
mouth.
lot.
But
But it
it's
was
fun.
a good a lot.
It was
Right.
good.
Like
So-
I can't wait till it's like we're able to do it and we're all
Right, we're all
Balance.
like, hey, let's go,
Yes.
let's go, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
this verse.
and I was just so in awe
Yeah.
of Emma because I haven't seen that before because when I first started getting
Yes.
to know you, like that's when you were coming into
Yeah.
group. So like for me to see that was like a totally different
Mm-hmm.
thing and I was excited.
Yeah,
and
see,
I was
I'm
like,
coming at it from a different angle because
Yeah.
I've seen
You've
her
seen
in
it.
that, and then I saw her come out of that, and I was like, okay, because it was like we flip flop.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, I got really good, and then it was like, oh, Emma,
exactly.
you're where
Where
I
you at?
was. Yeah, I came up to be with you. Where you at?
I fell.
You
Exactly.
failed, but
It was crazy. Like what y'all
you're
did.
here,
Yeah.
and
Literally, yeah.
So I'm so excited to see you back.
I love that.
Meh, meh.
Our handshake. Our handshake gonna be. Deep, 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 deep.
Literally, that's what it's gonna be.
Anyway.
Yes, exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, at the 4F Pod, 4 Friends Podcast, wherever you can find us,
Everywhere.
we're hidden. I'm just kidding. I know you can find us because people tell me all the time. I saw you on my TikTok
Weren't
with you
you
and your
my
friends.
8-period sub? That comment? Top tier.
Shout out.
To whoever that kid is. Can't say your name. I don't know your name. Can't say where you
know your
live.
name.
I don't know where you live.
Okay. All right. Anyways,
everybody
we
have-
hope you have a blessed week. We
Yes.
are so excited to be back. We can't wait to see you again next week. Love you.
We love
Love
you.
you. Praying for everybody.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.